Imagine a man sitting on the edge of his bed at 5 in the morning, enveloped by a silence that feels heavy. On paper, he is the very definition of success. He has the title, the mortgage is under control, and he has the family society told him to strive for. But as he stares at his own feet, he feels a weight he cannot quite name. It isn't a sharp, acute grief. It is something far more insidious, a sort of grey numbness. He feels like a battery that no matter how long it stays plugged into the wall, never passes 20% charge. He wants to feel enthusiasm. He wants that same fire he had at 25, but the engine simply won't turn over like it used to. Stay with me, because what we are about to explore is the silent illness devastating men over the age of 40. It isn't just the passage of time. It is a perfect storm where biology, psychology, and social expectations collide, leaving millions of men living as ghosts of their former selves. If you feel like you've lost the spark in your eyes or that your vitality has been hijacked, understand there is a chemical and emotional reason for this. And the way out requires more than just pulling yourself together. The first sign of this decline isn't mental, it is visceral. It's the realization that the body has begun to betray the mind. Biologically, a 45-year-old man is living in a hormonal landscape drastically different from the young man he used to be. From the age of 30, testosterone levels drop on average by 1% every single year. By the time a man reaches his late 40s or 50s, he might be operating on a fraction of the fuel that once propelled him. And here is the crucial point. Testosterone isn't just about building muscle. It is the hormone of motivation, mental clarity, and emotional resilience. When this hormone declines, the world loses its color. The mind tries to accelerate, but the neurochemical system fails to deliver the dopamine necessary to sustain the effort. The result is what many call brain fog. The man feels irritable, tired, and worst of all, indifferent. He stops caring about the hobbies he once loved. He withdraws emotionally. He becomes functional, but not vital. He is falling ill in silence because our culture still insists that complaining about fatigue is a sign of weakness, so he shuts up and consumes himself from the inside out. But the problem isn't just chemical. As the analyst James Hollis observed in his work on the Middle Passage, the 40-year mark represents the moment when a man's provisional identity begins to crumble. During the first half of life, a man builds a character to please his parents, his spouse, his boss, and society. He becomes the provider, the strong one, the invincible one. But around 45, the soul begins to ask, who are you beyond what you do for others? Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, famously said that we cannot live the afternoon of life according to the program of life's morning. What worked at 25, the raw effort, the denial of emotion, the relentless pursuit of status, becomes a poison in maturity. The silent illness happens when a man tries to maintain this mask of invulnerability while his body and his psyche are screaming for a change of direction. He feels exhausted because he is spending an immense amount of energy trying to sustain a character that no longer fits him. Here lies the great twist. This illness, this emptiness, is not a mistake of fate. It is a brutal summons. It is your system attempting to force a software update that you have been delaying for decades. The exhaustion is the way your soul found to make you stop running on hamster wheels that lead nowhere. The solution to this silent collapse must be integral. First, we must talk about the biological foundation without taboos. Many men suffer needlessly because they ignore the fact that hormonal decline can be treated. Testosterone replacement therapy, when done with serious medical supervision, isn't about vanity or wanting to be young forever. It is about restoring the basic infrastructure so the mind can function. It is about giving the brain back the capacity to feel drive and focus. Without chemical balance, even the deepest therapy can feel like an uphill battle. Restoring these levels is often what allows a man to have the energy to finally face the psychological questions he has been burying. However, hormonal replacement alone is only half the journey. If you fix the engine but keep driving the car toward a cliff, the result will be the same. A full awakening requires what Viktor Frankl called the search for meaning. Frankl, who survived the concentration camps, realized that a man who has a why can bear almost any how. At 45, your new purpose cannot just be making more money or buying a newer car. Your new why must be linked to integrity, legacy, and the truth of who you are. This means learning to say no to the expectations of others. It means discovering pleasures that do not depend on external validation. It means, perhaps for the first time in your life, being honest about your vulnerabilities. The true strength of a mature man is not in infinite physical endurance, but in the depth of his presence. A 50-year-old man who has balanced his biology and found his truth is far more powerful than a 20-year-old full of hormones but lacking direction. He doesn't waste energy. He is strategic. He is calm. He is real. The silent illness ends the moment you decide you will no longer pretend everything is fine while you feel empty inside. It ends when you seek medical help for your body and psychological courage for your soul. You are not dying. You are being invited to be born again in a way that is finally your own. The second half of the journey can be the most productive and satisfying period of your existence, but the price of entry is the death of the man you were pretending to be. Remember, the world does not need another exhausted man pretending to have everything under control. The world needs men who are awake, who have fire in their veins and truth in their hearts. Do not accept the silent slumber as your fate. Reclaim your biology, reclaim your meaning, and start living the part of the story that actually matters. If this topic touched a wound you have been trying to hide, it might be time to dive deeper into the mechanics of the human mind. Click on one of the videos appearing on your screen now to discover more about the human psyche and the solutions that can help you navigate these complex transitions. Explore how to transform this emptiness into a solid foundation for your new self.